Hi everyone, today's video topic and what I'm going to be doing today for you guys is the tier list of all sorceries in game. So all the intelligence like based, staff based sorceries, I'm going to attempt to rank them. Yesterday I did an incantation tier list. I'm pretty satisfied with that one. Today we're going to do it a bit different. We're going to have the Millennia tier, obviously like S tier, the best ones. And I'm going to actually keep all the sorceries in D tier and then just kind of rank them where I think they fit. It's gonna be the hardest part today actually like telling the difference between all these spells, but as I said, the point of this is unscripted. I'm gonna attempt to like actually name the most spells that I can, and I tested like literally 99.5% of all these spells. I can't really tell if there's anyone that I actually didn't at least test a little. So I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts about the tier list. Make sure to subscribe, guys, it will mean a lot. Like the content, and that way I'm gonna continue to make this content for you guys. Let me know what you disagree on. Number one, Ambush Shard. So this summons a little shard that hits the enemy from the behind. It is great against shielded knights, especially. I will put this in Millennia tier, but the thing is, I tested it, for example, in Farum Azula, and if there's like a height advantage of you over the opponent or you're below them, it's actually not gonna summon the shard. So it's kind of unreliable in some cases. I don't know if I'm using it wrong or what, but I'm gonna place it high A tier, like exceptionally high A tier. So then we have the crystal spell. These spells, as you can tell, like I'm not a huge fan of them, honestly. This one just like summons a little like burst of crystal going forward, like a little beam of crystals, and it's really kind of weak. And I'm gonna be ranking most of the crystal spells very low, to be perfectly honest with you here, especially like the ones that do no damage. So this one goes like straight into. I think it's gonna remain in D tier. So we're gonna place this into D tier. Adula's Moonblade, this one is great off horseback. It can like frostbite the opponent. He has really good range, and actually even when the sword swings, um, if it doesn't hit them, it sends a little like beam forward that goes like kind of horizontally, almost not really horizontally, but kind of horizontally. Like you use it off horseback. We're gonna put this in low Melania tier, very low. So then we have the Ancient's Death Rancor. It's almost like a cloud that spends Death Flame. As I said in my Kateisha video, I'm not a fan of in plus Fate builds. Obviously, you can do them, but I don't really imagine you doing it. You can do like a Fate plus Arcane or like in plus Dex, in plus Strength. I don't really see Fate plus int build being made. Obviously, when you reach like 140 level or something, you can pretty much kill everything in the game pretty easily. So then kinda you can respec, but like just like finishing the game with it, I don't really see you using both incantations and spells simultaneously, like, so we're gonna put this like I would say around C. I'm not a huge fan of them. So then we have the Carian Greatsword. It performs a sweepy slash using a magical greatsword. I mean, it's similar to this one, but it doesn't have the effect of ice, aka frost. So you can't frostbite. We're gonna put it a B. It's pretty good. I think you get it very early on, so you can use it, but it's not like really great. So then what we have is Gavel Of Haima, my favorite, honestly, alongside the full moons that I'm gonna get into. Literally my favorite AoE in the game. Like this Gavel Of Haima, you can use it so much. This is really good because it lobs, so you can shoot enemies below you. You can shoot above you if they're not like high above you. You can kind of lob. The only issue is like using it in corridors because it will actually hit the wall above you. So that's the issue with it, but does tremendous damage, has really good AoE, so I really love this one. So we then have the Carian Piercer, summons a sword that impales foes. This one, I don't know, like, I'm thinking about putting it in B, but I'm not really certain. I will put it low B, I think. If I'm like, if I'm doing it correct, I think I will put it low B. So carry retaliation. This is what speedrunners do to get crazy timings, like with speedruns. It dispels enemy spells and retaliates. So you can use a certain item and then like kind of retaliate and do tremendous amounts of damage with these. So not regarding the abuses, just like its use against spell opponents, I will put it in A, honestly. Um, there are a lot of actually magic using opponents, also using opponents that use like magic type of damage against you in this game. So I will put it in A. So then we have the Carian Phalanx. This I will maybe put it in S tier. I'm not even certain. I will put it in A tier, but this is the best of all the Carian Retaliation, Carian Phalanx, things like that. Like you know, types of sorceries. So we're gonna put it in A. I think it's. I would maybe put it in S, but let's keep it high A, man. So then we have the Carian Slicer. It does tremendous damage. I mean, I'm not a fan of just running stabs. I would like to have a weapon in my hand, but just regarding the damage it does, I don't know if I can justify putting it in A, honestly. I don't think I can justify putting it in A. I'm gonna put it ultra high B tier. I just don't know, like, it's like really short range does really good damage, but you can't really stagger that easily. And I would rather just use like some sorcery that has some rage instead of it. I don't know. Like let's put it high B. So collapsing stars. It's a gravity spell. Doesn't do much damage. You don't get it mega early in the game. I would put it low C. Guys, Comet Azur, the Chad of all Chads, man. On top of S tier, guys. Millennia tier is not enough for this spell, man. This sorcery, aka spell, is so OP, man. Especially when you put it with the crystal tier that actually lets you like have no FP consumption for like 12 or 30 seconds. I think it's actually 13. You can just melt boss with this. So for damage per second, it's the highest spell in the game for sure because you can just channel it. But like regarding for like a fixed FP cost for like 150, let's say you have like 150 FP in general, 160, you would actually do more damage with Magic Glintblade or just like pebbling somebody down than with this one. But like just for the time in seconds that you actually use, this one is definitely Millennium tier. So we have the magic ability. I just put in S tier. This one is my favorite spell in the game. So you start with this spell as prisoner. This sorcery is just insane. I use it to like just literally walk the opponents down. I spam like 3 of these, then you can spam me or spam 3 of these. I try to line up the opponent with me, and this one just kills them. So mega easy, mega broken. Crystal Release creates a rain of shards. Doesn't have much, damage or high armor D tier. Then we have the Crystal Release. This is actually Crystal Burst. It doesn't do much damage. I was talking about Crystal Release. Excuse me. Like all these spells look so alike. I think they should have done them like incantations, kind of make them more different. Crystal Release. I use this spell a lot. We can put it ultra low C tier. It does good damage, but it cannot stagger the opponent, so they can just walk through it and hit you, and doesn't give you high armor. Not really crazy damage. Then we have another crystal spell. We're gonna put it in D tier. This one is like mega weak. Let me actually see how it's called, man. Like, because I really did use this one a lot, but like they look so alike that like the first was actually the Crystal Barrage, and this is the Crystal Torrent. So Crystal Torrent I actually used a lot, but it's actually absolutely useless. I thought it's bugged or something. It does like a stream. You can channel it like Comet Azur, but it does no damage. So it's really trash. Explosive Ghost Wave causes a huge explosion that burns an area. It's pretty wide. Um, I don't know, like as I said, I'm not a huge fan. Maybe low B. I'm not a huge fan of the Int plus Fates, but just how you have to like skill into it. Obviously, if you have like level 600, everything was gonna be OP. So like, it's like whatever. Eternal Darkness succeeds in magic. I mean, I would rather have the retaliation style of these. So I think we put it in C, honestly. Maybe C, yeah. Fia's Mist causes that not good in PvE at all. Low range, D tier. Then we have the Freezing Mist, low range, causes Frostbite. We're gonna put it in C. Then we have the Gravity Well. It really doesn't do much damage. I think the worst Gravity spell or sorcery, D tier. The Rain, um, the Falling Stars. I'm considering like I'm really considering it. I don't know. I would put it B tier. It's actually a very solid sorcery. It's actually a very solid sorcery. So, I think B tier is like very acceptable for this one. Then we have the Hammer of Haima. I think it's Hammer of Haima. Dude, like these names of these spells, man. Gavel of Haima, man. Then we have the other Haima like AOE that I love. This one does great stagger. We can put it to low air maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe high B. I'm not a huge fan of these that do like melee range, but this one has huge stagger. So this one is pretty good. Um, has really good stagger. So we're gonna put it to low. High B, maybe low A, I don't know. Then we have Gelmirs Fury covers huge area with magma. I think this one, I don't know, man. We can put it low B. Also, you have to spec into Fate. I don't know. Glintblade Phalanx, I think pure B. It's not good as this one, but it causes actually good stagger, so it's not bad. Then we have the Arc, Glinstone Arc. I think B, it's actually good AoE. Even though I was hating on the spell early, you get it very early. It's actually a B tier, I think. Then we have the Glinstone Icerag. This one causes Frostbite. I think A tier, man. Then we have the Glinstone Stars. This one is one of the worst spells in the game. Sorceries, it's not useless, but I guess it's good early. Should we put it D tier or C tier? Let's go C tier, man. Then we get to I put them all together on purpose. So we have the Glinstone Shard, the Glinstone Pebble, excuse me. Then we have the Commets. Um, I cannot really rank them all in S tier, but they're all really good. You're not gonna use two of these. You can just pick one. So this one has the lowest casting time. Then we have the Glinstone Pebble, and they all like when you recast, when you spam. Obviously, the first one is gonna be the fastest with this one, but then after you start spamming, they all take 1 second to recast. So I don't know, like I can't really put them all in S tier. It's just gonna be like I would gladly put them all in S tier, but I think this is a PvE list, as I said before. So the Swift Glinstone Shard is the one that's like closest to S tier, aka Millennia tier. So let's put this one in S tier, and let's put the Comet here, and I don't know, like the Glinstone Shard Comet, the Glinstone Comet Shard. This one I would also put in S tier. It does really good damage. It has a bigger range than these two. Let's put this in low S tier. Let's put this in low S tier. Greatblade Phalanx, you would think this does more damage, honestly. Because you get it the latest compared to these two. But this one is actually the worst, so don't use this one. You get 3 bigger swords, but they're actually trash. So this one is like low C. I don't like this one at all. This one is the worst out of all the Carian Phalanx and things like that. This one is like, the Greatblade Phalanx is the worst. So the Great Oracle Bubble, it's slow as fuck, man. It does really good damage, but it's mega slow. So I think B tier. Like this one actually does tremendously good damage, but it's like I don't know, just slow. Unseen Blade makes your weapon invisible. D tier. This is not a PvP list, so I don't see a use for this one. Then we have guys, the Holy Trinity, man. Glinstone Pebble, Magic Glintblade. Later on, Comet, the Azur's Comet. But these two and the Loretta's Greatbow, like I'm gonna put both of these in S tier immediately. This is broken, guys. This is what makes sorcery so OP, and I think like later on it's actually stronger than incantations, just because you have the range, man. With this you can just cheese dragons, man. I cheese like all the opponents that you have fight on horseback are trivial with these, like literally trivial, because you can just fight and like kind of out of their range, like, they kind of reset. You can go back and just hit them again. I fought like the bridge dragon like for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I was so under level. I think it was like 30 levels under 30 levels below like the level you need to fight him. But I just killed him with this. So we have the lucidity alleviates buildup of sleep and madness. Useless. I got slapped once, and I got madness killed me like once in my entire run. I got slapped by a crab once. Not a crab, but the ones that spawned around the Loretta Academy. It's like a lobster, whatever. So totally useless. That's not an issue in PvE. So then we have our one and only magic. How is the name of this, man? Magic Downpour. I think that's the Magic Downpour. I think that's the name. I'm just going top of my head. As I said, we're freestyling it. This is B, does okay damage. This one is far better than this one, but like it's okay, I guess. So then we have the Meteorite of Astel. We're gonna skip this one. This one is pretty trash. Low C, I think. Meteorite of Astel. I would put it in A. Very good damage. You get it later on in the game. And Meteorite B maybe A. I would put it in A. Early on, like it depends on how you rank it. Like, you know, if you want to make a general list, like let's put it, I don't know, high B, man. High B. It's really good against early bosses until you get the Comet Azur. Then we have the Night Maiden Mishaps Alive from the target. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, we can put it in C. I mean, we can put it in C. Then we have the Comet Shards. This one actually is the best one. I think it's better even than the Glinstone Pebble. We're gonna put them both in S tier, but you can use it to actually like the thing is the opponents don't register it, they don't even fight against it. So you can just like actually just like fight them similar to Magic Glintblade. They don't really react good. They don't even see this one, so you can just like spam it against bosses and it's just going to kill them. So the smaller bubbles, see territory, not as good as the bigger bubbles, still slow. Then we have the Dark Moon Renalas. This is S tier, easy S tier. It inflicts Frostbite with first hit. So mega easy S tier Melania tier. Then we have the normal full moon, excuse me, it's not full dark moon, it's full moon. It's A tier, does a similar damage, but like it doesn't inflict the status effect. Then we have the trashy rock blaster, absolute D tier. This is used by the miners, trash. Then we have the Schoolar's Armament. I would say B tier. No, excuse me. This is Schoolar's Armament. I would say B tier, and the one that flicks frostbite, I would say low A tier. Excuse me, A tier, because like you're gonna have most of your weapons infused. So I would say low A tier. Then we have the rock sling. One of the better spells in the game. I would say maybe. Yeah, really. Is it A tier really? Because it's the only one that does like physical damage. Everything does magic damage except of these that do fire damage, and the one that does I don't know, like this does physical damage. It does good stagger, so I'll put it in A, man. I'll put it in A. Then we have the Rykard rancor. It creates searing spirits that actually chase enemies around. I would say C, the chase enemies in front of you. I would say. Then we have the I don't know, man. Mm, I don't know how to rank it honestly. This one is trash. But the Rolling Mamba fires a lump of explosive magma. Obviously, this does fire damage as these. I'll put it in C tier. It's not that impressive. Then we have the Shard Spirit. Um, Terrible, low damage, useless. Then we have the Schoolar Shield. It has its damage negation. Use it in Magic. Oh, not that useful. Like you're gonna run the shield early. You're not gonna get this like that early. You can buy it. I think you buy this one. I think it's C tier. Then we have the Zamor's Ice Storm. I think it's high B. This one is actually pretty good. You can actually stagger opponents, which is really good. Not bad whatsoever. I kind of like this one. It's not really a great AoE, but it's pretty good, pretty decent. And Scene 4 makes you invisible. This one is actually very useful. You can just go to like 50 meters, 10 meters of opponent, especially in like open areas that you can't use a horse with. You can't ride a horse, excuse me. This one is actually pretty good. And you can like just like cheese opponents, you can like run around them, avoid them. So Tibias summons two skeletons that actually hit the target from two different areas. C tier, not that great. Another crystal. As I said, all crystals are in D tier, but this is a Shattering Crystal. This one is actually pretty good. This is actually maybe high C tier, maybe even low B. I can't pull myself to put in B, but high C tier. This is actually very good. Out of all the crystal sorceries, this one is the only one that's decent. This is okay. This one is pretty decent. This one is actually much better. So, then we have the Thorps Barrier, like another anti-magic like sorcery. Like I would say C or maybe B. I don't know, like low B. I would say low B. Terra Magica. Should I put it in Melania tier or in A tier? Just because it's really low AoE, I'll put it in A, but this can easily go into a Melania tier. That's how I would say. So then we have Stars of Ruin. We have two more to rank, guys. Stars of Ruin. This is high A tier, maybe even S tier. Maybe even Melania tier. Hmm, I think so. And then we have the Star Shower. We have the Star Shower. This one is far worse than this one. Actually, Stars of Ruin, I like to spam against bosses. If a boss is highly mobile, you can hit him with Comet Azur. You can just fucking spam Stars of Ruin and just kill them. So I'm gonna degrade this one. And look at this list. I'm really satisfied with this one, man. So like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know what you agree, what you don't agree with, and love you.